Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome, welcome. This is time. What is that song? What's the song? Time during wartime. Da 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 da. Da da da. Ready to go. Da, 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 out on distance. Not time for that now. This ain't no mud club. No CBGBs. I don't got time for that now. Oh. Here's a pen. Here's a pen. I've got a piece of paper. I'm writing it down. I woke up at 78.2 kilograms today. So I've gained weight. Hello, Claire. Claire is the only person here. It's me and Claire. Hello, Claire. How are you? This is the 285th day of streaming. This is the 29th of March, 2026. Is Warren here? Warren Forster is here from Warsaw, right? That's where Warren is from. Hello, Warren. I would like to discuss, what are we discussing today? That 50,000 people were at anti right-wing demonstrations. I guess that's what you could call it. Is that how many there was? I'd like to discuss how few ships the UK Navy has. And maybe that's why according to my son, that's why Keir Starmer couldn't provide any ships. And also because he thought that the message or the plan was ill-formed. Is that right? Is that right, producer? Keith Bexley is here. Good to see you. We could discuss that. We could discuss Iran, which was a brilliant idea. It was a brilliant idea, and I think it could work out. And according to what I read, 77 million barrels of oil is being pumped across Saudi Arabia, not having to use this. Did you hear that? You ate 2,700 calories and drank chocolate alcohol, and you gained weight. Get away! I'm flabbergasted. And I didn't do any walking. So yes, it can happen. It can happen. Yes, it does happen. I've been bad. And then today, and I think Kermit doesn't really understand what I'm doing. Is yeah, I know that. I'm not immune to this knowledge. I'm totally knowledgeable that I ate too much, and I'm honest. So it's not hypocrisy. I am honest. I am honest about this. Because I ate a lot. Yes, on Saturday I went to Weatherspoons and I had a double hamburger and I had I had ice cream, and then I came home and I bought 100 grams of candy, or as you would call it, sweets, or whatever. What would you call it in this country? And that was bad. And I've written it all down. Where is my Hold on a second. Don't go anywhere. Where did it go? Where did my phone go? Okay, anyway, those 50,000 people were busting and giving you usual placards to hold. I don't get how some blokes on a stage wearing leather and lace has anything to do with being against fictitious far right, says Claire. Probably right. They're busting. they're bust in, and I was having a discussion today about that, about who's controlling this whole thing. What's Lewis's favorite resort? Carbella, John Van Dam. I mean, I haven't been to too many favorite resorts. I was in the far end of the big island down there in the whatever that Canary Islands, and I had a good time there. I've been to Marbella when I was young. I've been all over when I was young. I went to Valencia. Is that a resort? I'm not sure that that's a resort. Evening, Claire, and the cult. Kermit understands fully. This is what Kermit is talking. He's speaking in the third person. That you eat like the rest of us, but you claim you're low carb. Eating 10 eggs for breakfast or cutting the crust off a deep pan pizza doesn't give you special privilege. Special privilege to what? What special privilege have I asked for? Number one. And what do you consider low carbs? What do you consider to be low carbs? I'm trying to be. I mean, that's a good question. What they consider low carbs, or what I consider low carbs, or what you would consider? I'm in Tenerife at the moment. Oh, that's really nice. And is the weather good? What is the weather in Tenerife? It's beautiful here. It's 32 degrees here and sunny. And that's Celsius. It's in the 80s here and sunny in London. It's sunny. Totally blue skies. People are walking around in bikini tops. It's amazing. Claire says, Buenas, to lecture the rest of us. I'm not lecturing you people. Do I lecture, producer? Do I say I'm better than you? No, I'm saying I'm as bad as you. People say to me, Lewis Schaffer, how can you eat your diet that you propose? Or how can anybody do that? And I go, it's really hard, and I don't do it. I don't eat the right diet. So I'm not lecturing anybody. But like yesterday, how many when I was young, excuse me, before, I'd be talking 10 years ago, I had 400 grams of carbs a day. Can you count? 1, 2, 3, 400 grams. Yeah, it's mad, Claire, says Keith Bexley. Jack Schaefer says hi. Why are people constantly protesting about other people wishing to vote for a party? They're literally saying they're against democracy. That is totally true. That is true. The globalists are against democracy. They believe that they know best, and they don't want to have a vote. And if they do have to abide by voting, they want to import dirty, dirty, dirty foreigners into this country, or any foreigners into this country. And there was a piece I was reading in what's his name, Victor Davis Hansen, and he was saying about that. He's saying, well, why are there 53 million foreign-born residents in Britain? Because those are the only people who are going to vote for the Democrats. That's what they're doing. It's like, and what's his name, Tony Blair said, why do we have an unholy alliance? I don't even know whether he said this or not. An alliance with Muslims. Why do the left have an alliance with Muslims? Because they think they're going to win the election, and then they'll be able to deal with it. And that's not going to happen. I might think I found the video, GB News video, where you made your last ever GB News appearance. If Kerman lets me share the link, you could rewatch it. Yeah, he will let you share it. Of course he'll let you share it, but will YouTube let you share it? It is the time. It's shocking. It's 5:10. We've lost an hour of our lives. Who is ahead of time change? The left. The left. They want to be bigger than God. They think they're bigger than everybody. And I used to be left because I was bigger than everybody, but this is what it means. Okay. You just stopped eating like an American. 90% of Americans who move here lose weight without even trying. They're still fat. I was in Weatherspoons yesterday, and every, maybe 99% of the people in this crowded Weatherspoons, because it was before the Dulwich Hamlet football match, were fat. And you guys are going to be fat too. You will be fat. Americans just got there first. I remember when I moved to this country, oh, Americans are fat, Americans are fat, and now you're effing fat. You can say that, and Americans are getting thinner right now. And you'll get thinner too, because you're a bit behind the times in this country. Lewis, you should go back and just eat meat and eggs. You are slim and gorgeous. That should make you want to stay almost carb free. Yeah, see, your thinking, Claire, is different than my thinking. Your thinking is, if you're good now, you want to stay that way. I don't think that way. I think in the future. I think I better. If I eat properly, I'll be thin in the future. Oh my God, loved your Comedy Unleashed appearance. It was wildly funny. That is really nice to hear. Warren Foster. It wasn't that easy. I wasn't really that prepared. I ate 400 grams of carbs, Kermit, and now I eat on a bad day about 150, and on a good day about 80. I want to eat on every day about 40. Every day about 40, and maybe even less than that. But it's really hard. And am I lecturing people? Yes, I'm saying I believe that a low carb diet is good for you. I believe that. I will never be fat. Slim is my religion. Well, I'm praying to your religion, Claire. I'm praying. Anyway, thank you, Warren Foster, for saying it was wildly. I was a bit wild. I deserve to be fat. I went to McDonald's for lunch. You can go to McDonald's for lunch. You just don't eat the bun. Don't eat the chips. Don't eat the sugary soft drink. Don't eat the hash browns. I don't know what else you can get there. Okay, don't eat. Yeah. I mean, I go there. I have triple cheeseburgers, but it's very salty, and salt can make you eat more and make you fat. Or split it without the www, so YouTube doesn't see it as a link. Yes, Jack Schaefer. This is what Kermit says. Split it. Just say this at this, possibly. I don't know how to. Yeah, you'll figure it out so it doesn't look like a link. No, it's on the video. On Warren saw it on the video. Did you see it? Were you there? You did. You. No, you would have come up to me and said something. If you ever see me, you should come up to me. I mean, I'm fat-ish. I'm not fat. I gained. I'm in 78. Yesterday I was 77. 2 days ago I was at 71, 77.1. I know. It's like I'm a smoker who wants to stop smoking, and I know it's bad. And I know it's bad. And I'm trying, and I'm stopping smoking. So maybe last year I was 3 packs a day, or 5 years ago I was 3 packs a day, and now I'm at like half a pack a day. And I'm saying to you, stop smoking, stop smoking, stop smoking. And you're saying, how can you tell people to stop smoking when you're still smoking? Being in the 77s is good. Yes, I'm 5'10". I mean, I don't know. This camera doesn't make me look that good. I don't know. I mean, luckily with girls, maybe I'll have plastic surgery done. What do you think? Unfortunately, not, Claire. I watched it on YouTube. I would have definitely said hello. I'm sure the time will come one day. I hope they will. I hope it will. I hope it will before I completely kill my entire comedy life through broadcasting twice a day, every day, or almost twice a day, every day. This is a 285th day. We've missed 3 days. We started last June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 10 months. 10 months. That's 300 days. But we didn't. I don't remember when we started. Whether it was that early in June. Unfortunately, not, Claire. Okay, so you'll come, and I will say hello to you, because I'm a great guy. I mean, honestly, and because I work at it, I just seem like really caring and considerate, but also jokey around. So I'm not unctuous, to use that word, unctuous. My father used that word. I learned that word at my grandmother's funeral preparations. The word unctuous. See, Andrew Lawrence is doing the Glee Club in Birmingham. Have you played there in the past? Yeah, many, many years ago. They did not have me back. They didn't have me back. I was a bit erratic. I was erratic. Um, uh, yeah, the Glee Club is, and Andrew is really funny. He's really funny, and he's really bright, and he's really caring. He's a good guy. He's a very good guy. Okay? I like him. He likes me. I think he likes me. I hope he likes me. I'm going to be, let's promote the future. On the 16th of April, I'm going to be in Ride. Do you know where Ride is? Let's see where Ride is. Ride, Lewis. I think I'm going to be there. I haven't gotten any money or anything like that yet. Lewis Schaffer Comedy. Ride. Where's Ride? Could be here. Could be here. Could be here. There it is. Am I here? Am I here? Where is it? He hasn't promoted it yet. Ballyrags Comedy Club in Ride, monthly in Ride in Newport. Looks like a nice place. I will sit there and I will talk to the people. You'll see what a huge star Lewis Schaffer is. That's on the 16th. And then on April 24th in Banbury is Lewis Schaffer will be there. Supposedly, Lewis Schaffer in Banbury. There it is, Eventbrite. Buy a ticket. Why do we use that picture? Why is that picture of me looking off to the side? I hate that picture so much. I should have that banned. I should tell people. How could it be £6.13 to go there? Why only £6? What? I mean, really? This is why I'm not a success. But this is it. It's over here. Comedy Unleashed in Banbury. Lewis Schaffer. Lineup, headline, and just me. Look at that's a better picture. I think that's a better picture. Do you think that's a better picture? It's got an old fashioned. Looks like it was cut out with a scissor. Look at that nose, broken nose. So go see that, everybody. Can you see that? Can you see this? Eventbrite. Go to Eventbrite Banbury. The 24th. I've ignored Andrew ever since he told us to in Ideal about 20 years ago. Why did he tell you to ignore him? So it's the Isle of Wight, and then on the Isle of Wight, and then on the 24th is Banbury. So that's two shows that I've got to write. I've got so many jokes. I'm going to reread all the old jokes. All the old jokes. Claire is going to be there. You can meet up with Claire. She's beautiful and skinny. Caroline Cooper. Beautiful Caroline Cooper. And there's Alex here. You are looking unctuous in that picture. Yes. I could say that could actually be the right word for that. Unctuous. I mean, greasy. That's what unctuous means. It means greasy. I think that's what it means. So go to Eventbrite, Comedy Unleashed Banbury. Unctuous describes a person behavior traits that is excessively ingratiating, smarmy, or falsely positive. That's what I could be sometimes. often in an oily or insecure and insincere manner. Oily or fatty or greasy, like an ointment. It's unctuous. It comes from the word unctus from Latin, which means anointing, via Old French unctuasis, with a figuratively sense developing later. His unctuous words. Maybe you can get some oranges, like some. Okay. Or what else can you get? Something like that. Something like that. Okay, don't look there. Um. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what you. Okay. He played a Christian handyman who used to say, "Ignore me," as he was getting on with his work. Was that like on TV or something when he was a young man before they decided they didn't want him on the TV anymore? Banbury could be a goer. Yeah, could be. I mean, it's right. I don't know how far away Banbury. How far away is Banbury from Warsaw? Let's just check that out. I'm going to look here. Warsaw to Banbury. 63 miles. Oh my God. No, is that Warsaw? Yes, it's in, you'd have to, can you see this? Okay, there we go. I've got some lamb, producer. I can make some lamb for us.
When have I ever said yes, please make me something?
What should I not ask you so you don't feel loved?
Yeah, I don't want to eat your food.
Why not? You don't want to eat a piece of lamb?
You're putting me constantly in the position to say no to you.
Yeah, but can't you see your grandfather, my father used to say food is love. You don't see that I care about you.
Pizza is enough.
But you didn't eat it. I made you a pizza today. You didn't eat it.
You ate mine.
I didn't eat the bread though. I threw out every bit of bread.
Very good.
There you go. But Kermit's not going to be happy with that. I don't know what he's going to be thinking about. Buy him an orange, not a whole bag. Yes, that's probably true. Buy me an orange. I think Banbury is easy to get to for a lot of chatters. Well, it's in the middle of the country, but it's 63 miles away driving. But if you've got a car, it's not that much. It was a comedy starring Johnny Vegas as a drug dealer in Salford. He also had a young Jason Manford, Sean Locke with breasts, says Kermit. I don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't see that, but I know all those people. I mean, I don't think I've ever met Jason Manford. I know I met Sean Locke and Johnny Vegas. I saw Johnny Vegas when he performed at the Edinburgh Comedy Festival way back. I ate pizza today. It was delicious. Barbecue pepperoni and cheese. It can be delicious, but you should, but I'm not, I didn't eat the bread. I didn't eat the bread. And not just because Kermit is pointing out that I am a hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm inconsistent. I'm not strong. I'm trying to be strong. I'm trying to be as young and thin as possible and not have pain. I know when I eat carbs, I get a bit of the psoriasis. I also get a bit of gout. That's what it causes. If you've got gout, it's because you're on the high carbs. Red Knight is here. Thank you, Red Knight. Thank you very much. Are you a girl or a boy? I forgot if you're a girl or a boy, Red Knight. For me, it's 2 hours on the train to Marylebone, then an hour from there to Banbury. I would travel the world to see you, Lewis. Well, that's what we need. We need people who really love Lewis Schaffer, who's not ever. You know what it is? I said something yesterday. Were you here when I said, "Why don't you listen to me? Why can't you just? Why can't my people who watch this channel just do what I say and obey what I say and listen to what I say. Why can't you do that? And I did not. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't want people to agree with me just for the sake of agreeing with me. Okay? But I said it, and she said, I'm not going to say who it was. Hello, girl from Mars, Claire is saying. I'm a redhead, 12% Khazarian. What is a 12? So you're a girl, Red Knight. What is a Khazarian? Is that almost a Jew kind of thing? Is that those people who they said were Jews? Let's see what a Khazarian is. I never even heard of it. I mean, I have heard of it, but I'm not sure what it is. My mind. We're semi-nomadic Turkish people who established a powerful commercial empire, Khazarian. So Turkish. They're a multi-ethnic, multilingual society known for converting their ruling elite to Judaism and acting as a vital Silk Road trading bridge. Trading bridge. They're all over there. They said they converted to Judaism. See, that's what they do. They say, "Oh, the Ashkenazi are not really Jews because they converted." The Khazars, yes, the Khazars. I mean, this is basically where my people are from. From here, that's where they're from. And they extend it out, and this is what happens. People extend, and then they come in. There's the Byzantium. Oh, this is a great map. Byzantium, and then this is where my up here. Kiev, Kursk, Odessa's right here where my thing is. This is or even further up into Poland. This is where I grew up. Not I grew up. Anyway, thank you, Red Knight. Red Knight is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. I love red hair. I was in love with a girl with red hair when I was at college, or you would call it university, but we would call it college. Girl from Mars. What did Girl from Mars say? I'm not ignoring anybody's comment. Hi, Claire. What did I knew you would ignore my comment. I'm on Top Chat. No one ever says to me, Lewis, are you on live chat? No. What did you say? I don't know. Where did you say it? Lewis, allow your son to be a man. Jeez. He knows if he is hungry. Yeah, I'm not forcing him to eat. I'm saying I have food here. If you would like some of it, please take some of it. I don't want him to eat it. I don't want him to eat pizza. But he's eating pizza. So did it seem like I'm forcing him to eat food because I don't think he's eating enough? That's not my style. John Van Dam says, Lewis, would you make your own bread and freeze leftovers? At least it will be less carby. No, I will not make my own bread. It's too much effort. Do I like bread? Of course I love bread. Who doesn't love bread? Who doesn't love bread with butter and strawberry jam? Who doesn't love that? But I can't eat it. I can't eat it. How do you know you're 12% Khazarian? Did you take a DNA test, Red Knight? I took a DNA test and I'm 100% Ashkenazi Jew. A dude, I should say, laugh. Are you a dude? No, you're not. You're a beautiful, beautiful girl. You're a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. And in my eyes, you're a beautiful, beautiful girl. I thought, you know what it is? Was that the right answer, girl from Mars? I'm not sure that was the right answer. I didn't mean to ignore. A lot of Jews look Turkish. Yes, and a lot of Turks, because they became Muslims. They were Christians, and before that, they weren't Christians. And a lot of people stopped being Jews. You got to be insane to want to be a Jew nowadays with the level of anti-Semitism that's around. Alex, but they look Jewish or Italian or Spanish or whatever. And some of them look Northern because just the way the Jews are. Didn't receive any notification today. How could you not receive notification? Did everybody receive notification that this show was happening? Basically. Did you receive it? Hi, lovely Claire. Hope we. Okay, Lee. This is Lita Lisker. Scott. He's like in his 50s. Nor did I, Ruben. Sure didn't wake me up at 5. She's gone off, Lewis. So didn't even think to remind me. Yeah, people go off me. More and more people are going off me. The more you get to know me, that's the scary thing. You know, that I'm not. People are going off. What happened to Mr. Cuff? He's gone. What happened to Joodles? She's not here. What happened? There's a lot of people. 6 badges not here. Remember, I wrote down a list of names. Let me see if I could find the list. How many days ago was this? The list of names that I had. Oh, here we go. How many days ago was this? This was 8 days ago. Kinsey, Leanne, Mr. Cuff, Streaky Bacon, 6 badges. Who else? Who else is not? Who else is not here? Streaky Bacon, Juliet Folktales, Half American Mark is not here. Claire. Well, Claire came yesterday. So people come back. They will come back. And if they don't come back, maybe I'll be interesting in the future. Maybe I'll be better. I'm a bit bitter. I got really upset. I get upset about stuff. I got upset about 68% of British people think that America is less of a help than a burden. I'm feisty today, girl from Mars. Very poorly for 10 days. Buzzing now. Well, that's good. Why were you poorly for 10 days? 10 days. Lucy, remember Lucy? People don't come every single day. They're not supposed to come every single day. I don't understand why anyone can go off you, Lewis. You are fantastic. I don't know. I understand why. I'm not a likable person. Imagine the numbers we'd have if you didn't drive everyone away. Yes. Well, maybe you should remind me. Say, Lewis, you're driving people away. Or just, can you calm down with your attitude? I should. I mean, maybe those are the people who want to be here. Maybe they want to get into an argument. Do you want to get into an argument? I think I like getting into arguments. Keith Bexley. I like an argument. I think we need to get upset about stuff. We need to talk about stuff a bit more. A bit more. I'm sorry, I got yelled at because I called you guys communists if you believe in council housing. But you're communists. I mean, that's not my fault. I think we were at a fork in the road just then, and you took the right way, Lewis. Well done. Well, when was this? When was the fork in the road? And Caroline Cooper says nope to what? What are you saying nope to? I mean, number one. Why am I doing this every single day? I'm doing it every single day because I don't want to leave anything early and think, oh, I left it too early. Number one. And number two, it's a training ground for me. Leanne, Judels, Mark DeRosian, Gammy Russ. Yes, Gammy Russ. I forgot about Gammy Russ. Alex. Yeah, these are all people. These are people who need people are the luckiest people in the world. In the world. Okay. You are doing it every day because it's fun. We love it. Thank you, Andrew Graham. I appreciate that. And I appreciate coming on here and seeing the old faces. Okay? Thank you, Alex. The occasional argument is good, but arguing all the time is tiresome. Well, you're not an arguer, Claire, but I'm an arguer. I get upset about stuff. How could you not get upset? This country is upsetting right now. The world is upsetting. You're the only person I know who go into an empty room and still end up in an argument. Yeah, because I'm also a contrarian. Because I'm thinking, what are all the sides of the story? I'm not going to let you get away with saying something that agrees with what I say. I do it because I want the attention, Maltese. Me too. I want attention, but it also helps you figure out what you're thinking about an argument, what side you're really on. Maltese Phil is number 1 now. Um, Leanne isn't well. She will definitely be back, Claire says. Claire, and Claire, without the way, without the I, right? Claire, without the I, was very ill too. The ladies all love you, Lewis. Thank you very much. Read the room, Lewis. How can I read the room? I'm not in the room. I'm looking at a sheet of you guys talking to me. I don't see your faces. I don't see your faces. Um, but I do make, but yeah, and you know what? You know what the most fun thing is? Not the most fun, but it's fun just to say things that's on your mind and just go, well, okay, you just live with it. And Tiggy. And there's Tiggy. Tiggy is right there. That's right. There is Tiggy. That's the most important person. She wasn't here for a couple of weeks or months, or I don't know, and now she's here now. And it's really good. And maybe I think to myself, I should take a holiday and then come back. And then you'd say, oh wow, I really missed him. Or maybe you'd say, you know what, I live without him. And then there's Joodles too. Where is Joodles? Where is Joodles? You know, and then you wonder where they are and you miss them, and then they come back and we go, oh my God, it's Joodles is here. I'm so happy to see Joodles. That's what the future is. We are the world, says Caroline Cooper. We are the children. Da, 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 da. I have some bad news. The video that I thought you were on, you weren't on. The exact clip from the Dawn Easton show when you behaved in a quote unquote fat phobic manner. That video no longer. I mean, yeah, I should have saved it myself. I didn't know they were going to delete the thing. I mean, that wasn't it. I was like really I was in a bad way. I was in a bad way. Hold on a second. I was in a very bad way. I could, it's like, when have I had bad shows? When the computer isn't working, like, and I get mad and I start insulting Streamlabs or YouTubes, and I just get angry. And then I get angry at you for talking to me. It's not right. I wish I was a better person. I apologize. I mean, I do apologize, but I mean, I wish I was a better person. Now, you're going to sit there. I know Kermit's going to sit there and say, oh, you don't really apologize. You don't believe that. But I do. I do. I'm not a hypocrite. I am not a hypocrite. I can lie occasionally, but that's not the same as hypocrisy. If I'm on a, for example, if I'm on a diet and I have that's anti carbs and I have carbs, I will tell you that I had carbs. Maybe you should record a short and sincere apology to all the members you've upset and post it on YouTube Shorts. That could be quite funny, Ruben. Yes, it could be. It could be very funny. It would be a typical Lewis Schaffer thing. It's like, you know, we. I've alienated so many people in this country, so many in this world, so many. Maybe that's a good idea. I'm going to write it down. Tell Lewis, hi Claire. Tiggy is speaking to Claire. Tell Lewis that Amazon wasn't built in a day. Yeah, but it's not. We're not exactly growing here. I mean, how many people are watching the stream right now? I don't know. Let me check. Let me check. Um, I can't tell right now. Um, That's not necessarily true, Claire. People, they still love me. They get, you just people they get bored, or I'm not on the algorithm, or whatever it is. 23, 23, 23. Is that right? Okay. Yes, I see 23 up there. Yeah. Link above for the fat clip. Where is the fat clip? Where did I miss? Where is the link above? Where is the fat chip clip, Kermit? I didn't see where the fat clip was. Did I miss it? Funny, upsetting people and take the piss with a fake sorry. Who would think that way? No, I would say that I'm sorry. I don't come here to bother people. I don't mind it as much as other people, but I don't. I mean, if I sit there and say you've got, if you say I've got a disease and I say, oh, you could cure that by cutting back on your carbs. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings by saying that. Which works best, the afternoon shows at 5 or the evening ones around 10 p.m.? Well, the afternoon ones, we got a lot more women here, so there's maybe more emotion. But the I don't know. You tell me. I can't tell. I can't tell. I'm not even sure I should be doing this many. Maybe I should be constantly streaming. Constantly. UK video clips. He was here recently. Andrew. The afternoon, because Claire says she starts work at 7, so she can't listen to the evening ones. Well, Kermit, where is link above for the fat clip, Jack? Where is the fat clip? Let me see if I can find it here. YouTube, Lewis Schaffer calls leftist fat on GB News. 3 years ago, Paul Cox is slammed by Lewis Schaffer for being fat. I don't know when this was. I don't see it. Does anybody see it here? Lewis Schaffer calls Lewis Schaffer GB News fat. Am I on live? Okay, Kermit, let me see if I'm on live. I'm on live chat. I don't see it at all. At all. Don't be mad at me. What time did you put it up there, Kermit? It's not being broadcast. Yeah, I'm looking for your blue name. It's not here. Tell me what time you did it. Tell me what time. It's not here. In the last 40 minutes of 44, 5:44. Okay, we're looking at 5:44, 5:42. Okay, 5:42, 5:44. That's okay. No, nope, it's not here. 5:44 is not here. 5:42. Nope, nope. It's not been posted by YouTube. Never blame me. Never blame me. Blame YouTube. You've been blocked by YouTube. I mean, try again right now and tell me what time. If that's how you give advice, I bet anyone would mind. But you shout and accuse, despite being just as bad yourself. No, I'm not just as bad because I know no carbs is good for you. So I'm not just as bad. These are people who go, you need carbs, you need fiber for a well-balanced diet. Okay, here it is. 5:46. There it is. There it is. Thank you, Kermit. I found it. Kermit, I found it. Oh, there's the fat guy, you fat fuck. Look at how fat he is. Oh my god, I get angry. I'm getting angry looking at this. Oh, I lost the time. What time is this thing on? Do you know what time it was on? Let me go back here. Um what was let me click it again. 1 hour and 44. Look at that fat, bearded, fat man talking about Israel being genociders, talking about Donald Trump being bad. He shouldn't open his mouth. Look at how great I look. Maybe I don't look that great, but oh, there I said fat. I can't hear it now. There we go. Get taken off the air. All right. I care about you guys more than I care about that guy. I remember the stream you did after the GB News incident. Had like 60 people. Yeah, we had a lot of people, and now we've got 20. Yeah, the time is in the link. Thank you, Kermit, for posting that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should cut out that little bit, right? I cut the little bit out, and I'll post it. I'll say this is why I'm not on GB News. I don't know what I should do with it. What should I do with it to get attention from myself? My video is on TikTok. It might be on TikTok. It might be on TikTok. You know, people should think before they attack. Okay, the video was unlisted. So how did you find it, Kermit? Jack Schaefer asks. I mean, I'm trying my best to be as interesting as possible as well. Lewis was cussing the lefties out on the Uncooked stream the same day. It was hilarious, Alex. Yeah, yeah, I was upset. I was upset. I wasn't. I wasn't upset. I've kept the link. I sent out a tweet and I said it's okay. It's okay to call Jews genociders on GB News, but it's not okay for me to call him fat. Paul Yoward is here. I'm the laugher with Schaefer. What does that mean? What does that mean? Paul Yoward is here. Hello, Paul Yoward. Thank you for coming. You're a bit late. You're a bit late. You're a bit late. Everybody, while we're here, make sure you like and subscribe, please. I've kept the link since it happened. Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I mean, will it be in my book? The biography, the biography of Lewis Schaffer by Lewis Schaffer. It lives with all my other Lewis links. Yeah, I mean, it can get in your head. You can get in your head. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Carmen. The point, the point is being fat is bad. Is bad, and I was fat, and my father was fat, and my entire family was fat, and I didn't know how bad it was. The first comedy Unleashed in Banbury went well. Well, that means the second one is going to go worse. Lewis, are you more grumpy when you don't do this? Um, You mean if when I don't do the show? I don't know. I'm naturally a grumpy person, girl from Mars. I need a girlfriend. I don't need a girlfriend, but I need at least two or three other girls. I need like four girls. Four girls. I like the idea of girls. Does Shank still do the thumbnails for you? I must have upset him. He hasn't gotten back to me, Shanks. So if anybody wants to do thumbnails, I'll send them to me. I've been listening in the car. I had to take my wife to the station. Hey, Vantanai, how are you? Um, that's a good man. A good man. You got a car and you're driving your wife to the station. Women like that. My wife had a car. She used to drive me around, and she hated it. She hated it. I'm trying to be honest, and I think I can feel most people are trying to be honest here. You know, we're all trying to like say this is what we're thinking, especially in these times. People were too quiet all those years when they let massive immigrants into the country because they didn't want they they wanted to overwhelm people. So we need to be outspoken. I'm first in the queue, Lewis. I will be one of your girls. Okay, we've got one. Who wants to be the second girl? Who wants to be the third? You're handing her in at last, Vatanoi. She had a good run. You're taking her to the station. You're giving her back. Um, I made you one for the Late Show, Lewis. Use that one. It was blue. I probably do use it. I do. Have you seen me use it? I try to use. I've got about 20 or 30 of them, and I try to vary it. As much as I can. I don't know. It's just it should say comedy uncooked. Lewis Schaffer comedy uncooked with my picture looking good. I said the stupid music. Okay. I was asked in the pub the other day what was bugging me, and I said the stupid music from your phone. There is no music policy. They thought I was grumpy, but they asked, and I went, and I wasn't going to lie. Yeah, you're no. It's a no music pub in the pub, and you shouldn't have music. I was asked in the pub the other day. Okay, there you go. I've now saved it to my bookmarks. I have titled it Lewis Fat. And you know what? Let me save mine to the bookmarks. She has gone to Bristol to visit her friend. I need a mistress for 2 days. Well, that's a good sign. It means you're happy when she's there. A lot of guys are not happy when their wives are there. Okay? You need a Lilith. You might not need that, Svatanai. Isn't she close to you? Isn't Lilith close? Andrew Graham. Um, I wish you would go on again, Alex says. More woke lefties need a bit of chaffering. Well, they need to be told. You got a right to say whatever he wants to say. I mean, he should have been ashamed of himself. He should have been ashamed. But why should I tell people who are against me politically that they should be healthy? I want you guys, if you agree with me on a lot of things, to be healthy. But the reason the leftists are all fat and bloated is because they don't eat enough meat and they believe in a high carb diet. Like Niles and Frasier has a Lilith, Paul Yoward. Yeah, she's the Lilith in Frasier. I thought she was so hot. I mean, I thought she was really, maybe hot is not the right word, but really attractive. Thanks for the suggestion. I'll try self love first, Kermit. Um, Lilith and me are talking. Lewis and me are taking Lewis to New York. Yes, let's go to New York. Buy the tickets. Buy the whole thing. Don't buy the tickets. We need a third woman who's like really rich, who's going to pay for all four of us to go. We all need to be healthy. on saying that. I just had a big curry and a rice there. Yeah, Andrew Graham. I mean, I would say rice is one of the worst things you can eat. First of all, in order to eat rice, you have to cook it. You have to actually know what you're doing. You've got plenty of time to not cook rice. To not cook rice, basically. Why is this pointing and let's see how that looks. I love Frasier, Jack Schaefer says. And I say this as a Brit, but the Benny Hill woman in it, can't think of her name, sounded out of place with her Manchester accent. I think that was the whole idea. That was the whole idea. Who was that woman? I'm not even sure I know what that woman is. Who is the Manchester Frasier woman? Daphne Moon. She's almost as old as I am. Oh, look at how beautiful she is. She was born 1964, played by Jane Leaves, an English immigrant from Manchester. Daphne is employed by Frasier as a live-in housekeeper and a physical therapist for his father. Her relations with Frasier's brother is a major plot line in the series, progressing from Niles' secret infatuation to their eventual marriage. You could be infatuated back then without being called on the carpet. Her father-in-law is Martin Crane, who's famous. Who's dead? Martin Crane. Is that the Martin Crane that I'm thinking about? There's no picture here. Oh, that's in the show. Oh, this is in the show. This is not in real life Martin Crane. Okay, Jane Leaves. This is, oh, she's so pretty. Is an English actress best known for her role as Daphne Moon. She's been in a lot of films. She was born in 1961. She's 64. She's from Ilford. Her husband sounds Coben, Marshall Coben. Let's see what it says where she was. She was in Monty Python's Meaning of Life, To Live and to Die in L.A., James and the Giant Peach. You know this. Garfield. Those are the films. Those are television. Murphy Brown. She was in Murphy Brown. She's still working. She's in The Resident. Dr. Kit Voss. I never saw any of this stuff. She's won a lot of awards. Well, she's been nominated a few times. Screen Actors Guild Awards. I mean, interesting. There we go. Okay. The left don't understand per capita, especially when it comes to mass immigration. They don't understand anything. They don't want to understand. They don't, my wife's friend is called Fran. She has a lodger. She is a former pupil of the abandoned school in my video. How's that for a coincidence? I used to teach the lodger's sisters singing. Lewis, have you moved on with setting up the phone in element of your show? Says Tiggy. I mean, could we do it on a Discord? My son says do it on Discord. Apparently, they brought it back as a subscription series. I think on Hulu, says Jack. But it only had Kelsey Grammer and none of the other characters. So it was like basically the Kelsey Grammer show. Good conversation, Saturday Night 5 on GBN, where they discuss voting on the left and right and never once mentioned the surge to the right to to restore. Well, because they may not be able to mention it. There's lots of stuff you can't mention it. I wasn't allowed to mention what's his name? Um, um, Tommy Robinson. That was a name you couldn't mention. Ron Smith. I love Rowan Martin's Laughing Show with Artie Johnson and Ruth Buzzy on the park bench. Yes, yes. It just shows for every woman with no legs, there's a guy with no arms waiting. That's what that was about, the two of them. In the show, Frasier's dad uh, was played by a guy who was just 15 years older than him, John Maloney. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what acting is, unfortunately. Sometimes the women are only a few years older, but you're happy to get the part. I guess they are. Frasier is a very witty program and still great, says Andrew Graham. Yeah. I've got tickets for Banbury. Are we all going, Warren Foster? Let's all go. Yes. Wow. Ronan Martin going back a bit. Yes. 1969, 68, whatever. At this point, I honestly believe in 2029, we will get Labor again, with Farage Lowe forming a coalition opposition party, with the Greens being the third party, says Jack Schaefer. Who think that's going to happen? I don't think. I think Labor is gone. I think we'll get a green. I think we probably get a Green Party because what they believe. They hate America. Kelsey claimed to have sex addiction, that his loin was almost uncontrollable. Amazing, the Frasier character is so camp. Yeah, possible. I never even saw it. I don't think ever. I mean, I saw bits and pieces of it. When are we going on a road trip to the USA, Andrew? I want to go to Carmine's in New York City again, a great Italian restaurant. Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. Yeah, please come to Banbury. That's Paul's gig. That's Paul's gig. In Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the original Aunt Viv was only 9 years older than the girl who played Hillary. Yes. Yeah, that's what happens. Because people look older and they look younger, and you can't have somebody, you can't say, I want somebody who's 24 years older. You you know, they don't do that. All actresses and actors are older than they are. Why are they older than they are? Because it takes a long time to become a success. All those teenagers on TV, they were all in their 20s or 30s. Fran was a great advert for the Landmark Forum self-improvement course. I went to some meetings. It had some good aspects, but they want your money. Something is on the make, no doubt. Yes, says Vatanai. I went to a Landmark Forum. That was also that was est. It was like a scam to get money. To bring people in, to sell you on a package of things. And basically, you went for 2 days, and they basically convinced you to call up everybody you knew. I remember getting so many calls from people. Hey, Lewis. I go, I haven't spoken to you. I never said this, but I haven't spoken to you in 20 years. Why are you calling me? Because I have to call everybody. Basically, Vatanai. That's a good point. Reform had just taken in a Labor MP who loved diversity at the same time. Restore candidate has resigned his Reform membership in disgrace because of their sellout of their base. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but maybe what's his name has a plan for becoming prime minister, and he thinks I need to get as many people in. The Landmark Forum is a pyramid scheme. Ruben, what do you think is a pyramid scheme? The Landmark what is it called? Is it called a forum? Is it called Landmark? Let's see what it's called. Do you mind if I look? I'm going to go look. Let's look under S first. Nope. Landmark Forum. We'll look here. We'll see what it says here. Is a 3.5 day personal development seminar focused on changing personal narratives to improve life, rooted in the 1970s Erhard seminars training. It aims for ontological transformation, shifts in being, offering techniques to handle fears. While many report breakthroughs, it facing criticism, cult-like. It's a cult-like, the Landmark Forum, founded in 1971. And yeah, because they had people screaming at him. Do you remember this? Landmark Worldwide. So that's still going on. I don't know what this thing is. I accept. I accept. I accept. How the forum works. Attend a live introduction online. Register for the Landmark Forum. 188-1866. Where is this? Give us a call anytime. Let's see where this is. I find this very interesting. Where is 866 area code? It's a non-specific. It's business to use 866 numbers, allowing customers to call them without charges. It doesn't say where it is. How about where is Est Landmark Forum HQ? San Francisco, California. Oh, it says Sacramento. No, Sacramento Street. Let's see where this is. Let's see. There's money to be made in stuff like this. This is America. There it is. Really nice. Is this where it is? Look at San Francisco. What a major place. I hope it doesn't end and become like Johannesburg. Does anybody know that? Here is the point. Okay, let's get back on track. Okay. The main thrust of Landmark is you have to let go of the things that bug you and make peace with anyone you have fallen out with. It's like, I guess that's like AA. Most of the people have issues around family, but most people have issues around family. Ruben says it's a cult, preying on vulnerable people for their cash. Probably, but it might help too. I guess it depends on how much money they want. The message sounds good, says Paul. American, it has to be a scam. Yeah, it can be a scam, but it also can help people too tremendously. It Could be a scam and help people. Sounds way dodgy, Lewis. I would not totally want anything to do with Landmark Forum. I went to a meeting and the guy just sat there playing with his wedding ring. That's the only thing I remember. He was like playing with his wedding ring and sitting there playing with his wedding. Please, no thank you. I'd rather hand myself over to the Mujahideen than those people. Yeah, yeah. Reform and Farage can get stuffed. Elitist globalist, says Claire. Possibly true. Possibly true. I mean, these programs can help, but at what price? At what price? Some are saying UKIP was an MI5 invention to curb the BNP. Now Reform are letting MI5 vet their new candidates. Wow. Wow. Yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe. I mean, I've been listening to this woman, Crokinda, about the British, not all British people, but like just the idea that the British elitists have been at war with America for their for globalism. Some are okay. I don't like that sort of thing when you hug your enemies and pretend you like them. Cringe. Is that? I don't think that's what that is. No, you shouldn't love your enemies, but you can't let them destroy your brain. We went for free, then we were bothered by phone calls. I told them to get lost. There were similarities to AA, or in my case, GA. What is GA? You didn't have to love your enemies, just not let them get to you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Um, I've had some NLP room. It's very effective. Yeah. That's also scary. That's also scary. But I've done other stuff. I did Dale Carnegie courses. Thank you, Andrew Graham. 26 people watching. We're moving on up. It's very effective. Good article today in the Daily Skeptic on Islamophobia. Okay, should I look at it? Should I see if I can find it? So that like today, it'd be today, let's say the past 24 hours. Here we go. Yeah, they want us to bow down. I mean, very interesting, or sort of interesting. Okay, I leave my enemies way in the past and think of the present and the future. I'm happy. I'm a happy little soul in my own head. Okay. Winston Churchill's favorite beer was Carling, not his favorite drink, though. His favorite drink was brandy. In 1950, Carling decided to take advantage of this by creating a recipe called Special Brew, which was designed to mimic the flavors he would have experienced during the war when it was much harder to get the ingredients and use proper brewing techniques. The Special Brew version still exists, very rare to find, but I would love it one day. So this is what Winston Churchill liked. What was interesting was listening to people's problems. One woman's life was dominated by the feeling her mother loved her less than her sister. Well, that's very common too. Another is that her ex had to make amends and grovel. Yeah, you could remember these are interesting stories at these meetings. I used to go to tons of these meetings. I went for like 2 years to the Families Need Fathers meetings, and you heard her, people have very hard, there's lots of hard problems. I went to a philosophy course in Oxford, Paul said, that turned out to be a cult funded by George Harrison. They even had honey traps. What his whatchamacallit thing? His guru thing. I mean, is it a cult? I mean, you could say it's a cult or it's a religion. They're all religions are sort of cults, except for the Jews. The Jews they don't want you. My mother loved me less than my sister, says Claire. Yeah, but your father loved you more. You know what I mean? It's like there is only so much cynicism that is healthy, but it feels wrong to get out. Okay. Um, I mean, just because someone's making money off of something, that doesn't make it bad. Apple Computer makes money and it's good. You go to a movie that's good, you make money. I spent a day with the Krishnas in a house in Hatfield. I've been to that house. It was an interesting experience, Rube. Yes, it was. I went to that house. It's like a museum. It was really great. It's a mindfulness cult that has people doing exercise like sweeping streets. Well, what about me? I go out every single day. I went out today to pick up rubbish. Does that mean I'm a cult? Nobody comes with me, though. Nobody comes with me. Okay. I didn't see the article. What did it say in the article, Ron Smith? I lost my way there. Let me write it down. I mean, I saw what people wrote in the whatchamacallit, Daily Skeptic, Islamophobia. I mean, the whole thing is so depressing, basically. So depressing. I was a daddy's girl, so I didn't notice much when I was young. Now I look back, I totally see my dad being my best friend. Well, that's nice. That was really good. That's why you love Lewis Schaffer. Strong women love Lewis Schaffer. They can handle me, I guess. I don't know whether that's true or not, but I just said it. I just said it. I hope it's true. They have a place in Waterbury. I'm getting Eyes Wide Shut vibes. Eyes Wide Shut is sort of a thing about Jeffrey Stein on the E, whatever his name is. I have asked people to remember the first time you were told off or made to feel silly. Mine was this. I was told I was stupid for opening my own bottle of milk at school and spilling stuff. That's possibly the first time you remember it. Or yeah, so what do you make of that, Vantanai? There are lots of cults about. Um, I was asked to go to this one in Northern Ireland, which targeted migrants and people wanting to make loads of money, marketed as a business, but a total scam and a cult. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Claire. Uh, I mean, we're all told off at some point. At some point, your mother, let's say, she looks at you and she says, you're looking at her and you're thinking this woman loves me to death, and then she does the same thing with women. Significant Eyes Wide Shut. That Kubrick died before the final edit. Yes, yes, yes. And who did they get? Who was involved in that? Tom Cruise, and then Steven Spielberg. Didn't he? Wasn't he doing something? It's called Bach to Venta Manor House. He gave George Harrison gave the house to the cult. I went to a sex cult down there in Cornwall. I forget what it was called. I had to leave. Let's see where it is. There it is. There it is. Mm. They like cows. Hare Krishna movement is an informal name to the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. It has roots. Hey, you want to see this? You want to see what I'm reading here? Um, I left the sex thing because it was like I don't know. I'm not as it just creeped me out, the whole thing. It just creeped me out. It creeped me out. I didn't outrage them. No, I just said I'm leaving, and then it was it was I was really depressed over my wife was divorced. I was going through a divorce. I was really depressed. It's what was it called? It was called the I don't remember. The house was owned by Lord Peacock before. Peacock was famous for letting down Lawrence of Arabia and the Arab army, is why the Middle East is still effed up to this day. Landmark, the more you progressed, the more cult like it got. They tried to say that you should not socialize with people outside the group. That was a big red flag. Anyway, I'm skeptical of stuff like that, says Vatanai. Yeah. I should sign up to go to the Virgin Island. Yeah. Um, I get it, creeping you out. That was the same with group in Belfast. All right, let me thank everybody for coming in. We're going to say goodbye to everybody. We'll see you tonight at 10:30, I guess. Are we going to see you tonight? Are we going to do this tonight at 10:30? It's Sunday. Maybe we should take a break. I mean, I took a break last night. I mean, the night before. At 18 is Girl from Mars. At 17 is Vatanai. Keith Bexley's at 16. Thank you, thank you. Beautiful, beautiful Caroline Cooper. She goes skiing. She's at 15. Ruben's at 14. Elite Elixir's at 13. Red Knight, who's a guy. He's a guy, that's what he says, but I'm going to pretend that he's a girl, is at 12. Andrew Graham is at 11. Ron Smith's at 10. John Van Dam is at 9. Paul Yoward is at 8. Uh, Tiggy is at 7. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Tiggy. Maltese Phil is at 6. Warren Foster. There's one. What a great looking guy Warren Foster is. He's at 5. And there's Alex at 4. Claire, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire, is at 3. And Jack Schaefer is at 2. And number 1 is Kermit. If I haven't mentioned your name, just come in there and say something. Everybody's getting started. Write down the number you think is here. Okay? And I'll tell you what we've got. Well, what is the right number? What do you think? Keep on guessing. Nobody's come up with the right number. Keep on guessing. As soon as someone comes up, thank you, Kermit. As soon as somebody guesses, I'll say what it is. We'll say what it is. Okay. I think there's the right number right there. There's the right number. Alex and John Van Dam. You came one after another, so I think you win. Okay. Alex won. So Alex won, and also John Van Dam. I think I got to say co-winners. A big round of applause for Alex, and a big round of applause for John Van Dam at 27. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. So I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here to this stream. I'll see you tonight at 10:30. Okay, will you be there tonight at 10:30? And then tomorrow we're at 5. We're at 5 o'clock, and also at 10:30 tomorrow at 5, and then 5:30. Sorry, at 5 we're doing the Nunhead show. Paul Yoward and I are going to try for show number 3. I hope. I haven't spoken to him about it, but I'm speaking to him about it right now. Are you up for coming in tomorrow and doing show number 3 of the Lewis Schaffer Nunhead American Radio show? Thank you, Andrew Graham. So, are you up for it? Let me just see what's going on. Concurrent views. Okay, I'll see you tonight at 10:30, everybody. I'll see you tonight. I hope you come back. I hope to see you. Hope to see you. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you, everybody who's here. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, John Van Dam. Thank you, Andrew Graham. Thank you, Elite Elixir, Alex. Ulrich here, my friend and his hog girlfriend, went to a cult here in Cambridge. Sex was banned, and I watched him age before my very eyes. And sex was banned. Well, a lot of times they use sex as the way to hog you in. To hog you in. We're all in one cult or another, Ulrich, but thank you. Good to see you, Ulrich. Thank you for coming. Vatanai is skeptical of cults. Well, that's good. We can finish discussing this tonight. We'll see you tonight. We'll see you tonight. We'll see you tonight. Everybody, I'm waving goodbye. I'm waving goodbye. Wave goodbye. I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tonight.